somewhere, but none of that's important. I'd like to tell you about my life, but most of it was boring until I took myself up on the road. It's where all my trouble started, felt like Egyptian horse and rider. About the time the Red Sea parted in the chilly winds of autumn, it's best to fuzzy up your face. There just ain't no straight line from here to the land of grace. When I got low down and strung out, I got myself out of Nebraska. I met a folk singer in Austin, Texas, but somewhere in Alaska he sang a song about how he was Jewish. His girlfriend was a Muslim. It was like the daughter of Ishmael making love to the son of Jacob. All my heroes have always been Jewish. I'd give my foreskin to be in their place. I got a new covenant now among the righteous Goyim, heading for the land of grace. I've been up and down the border towns, from Arizona to Texas. I crashed into the OK Corral and stormed through its fences. I took a Greyhound bus to Corpus Christi. That's where I came down to the wire. I spent a year in a cult. That's where I learned to be a liar. When you're stepping into quicksand, better hope your boots are laced. I got a Greyhound ticket to the land of grace. Now I'm sitting next to this girl. I think she's a Mexican. She's got long dark hair and a spotless complexion. I'm no good with the ladies. I don't know how to start conversation. Girl, you sure are pretty. Look like you could bear me some children. I want you to meet my kinfolk. Come spend the night at my place. It's on Elvis Presley Boulevard in the land of grace. I'd say I love you, baby, but I'd just be lying. I'm busy as hell today, but I took a little time out. I'd rather just give up, but I've come to realizing. Got one hand in my pocket, and the other one's testifying. I'm an American hero in the book of Who's Who. And if that ain't enough, babe, I wrote this song for you. I just had bones removed from my face. I was dragging down 370, my Buick won the race. I just saw a movie about men from outer space. They trash a bunch of monuments and they scared the human race. The dentist said I'd have to rest for about a week or two. And if that ain't enough, babe, I wrote this song for you. I'm the only young cat living on my block. Got $200 and 300 pairs of socks. I know every song on the radio. I'm a connoisseur of rock. I don't know how to throw or catch, but I get along with jocks. I spend my cash responsibly, like all the young cats do. And if that ain't enough, babe, I wrote this song for you. I don't know how I'll get this, so I'll probably ride the rail. Don't know where I'll spend the night, so I'll probably sleep in jail. I don't know where I'll wash myself, so I very well might smell. Not quite sure what songs to sing, but I know I'll sing them well. 'Cause I've rambled around the world, from the Yukon to Peru. And if that ain't enough, babe, I wrote this song for you. This is a Christmas song. Ding dong, baby, come and ring my bell. You've been running my imagination. Oh, this ain't Santa Claus, this is my natural insulation. I arrived at 6 a.m. I'll be ringing this bell when Sunday says I want to be your Salvation Army man. Well, hope you didn't wait in line too long or paid too much for your packages. What's that in your bag right there? Is that a box of prophylactics and a brand new bottle of booze? I can help put those to good use. I want to be your Salvation Army man. Come on, baby, let's go inside. It's cold out here in the snow. You know I am a sensitive guy. Would you like to hear a poem? It's about a man from Nantucket with a tiny little bell and a big red bucket who wants to be your Salvation Army man. I've been standing outside the Walgreens, ringing my bell and begging for cash. Baby, let me come into your room and defrost my mustache. If you don't let me be your baby, you can join the damnation Navy. I want to be your Salvation Army man. Well, I ash on the carpet and my toenails are long. I tell stupid jokes and get punchlines wrong. Lungs of coda with a thick layer of tar. There's 2-year-old food on the floor of my car. Hair's kinda greasy and rarely shaved. Every few days may or may not bathe. My feet smell like gas and my shirt smells like grass. And I let my car sputter till it runs out of gas. My sweat smells like shoes, don't brush my teeth. Got no problem eating tuna cold beef. Wear the same shirt for weeks at a time. And the bathtub's coated with hair and slime. I know my shit stinks. If I swam I would sink, and my eyes so dry that I constantly blink. And I've left my athletics support in the sink. And my breakfast is drugs, and I've got back hair plugs. And I've wadded my suit, and there's a roach in my boot. I'm so dirty and I'm so cute. I drink 'cause I'm sad. I know no other way to cope. When I wake up, I pour a cup, 8 ounces of coffee to lift my chin, followed by 64 ounces of gin. I'm broke 'cause I drink. Can you spare a couple of bucks for me? I'm never a loser 'cause I got nothing to lose. It's impossible to shatter plastic bottles of booze. I drink and I'm sad. I drink 'cause I'm happy. I tip 'cause I drink. My liver is awash in Tylenol and scope. If drinking don't kill me, I'll drink till I die. I lost my license, can you give me a ride to the gas station where I'll drink? I drink 'cause I drink. I need no reason to get faced. Lying on the floor, did I get my ass kicked or did I score? Did I scream? Did I dance? Did I vomit? Where's my pants? I'm lonesome 'cause I drink. Who could love a drunk like me? It used to be fun, now joy I have none. I should start at step one and let my drinking be done. But till then, I'll drink. George Washington was our first white president. John Adams was the White House's first resident. Thomas Jefferson was Louisiana's buyer. James Madison escaped the White House fire. James Monroe was our second president in a row named James. John Quincy Adams and his Dadams had similar names. There were giants in the earth in those days and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Jackson was trigger happy and mean. Martin Van Buren's sideburns were a sight to be vice president by his side. James K. Polk was our third president named James. Zachary Taylor died, and they dug up his grave. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Millard Fillmore was the greatest man who ever lived. Franklin Pierce was our first handsome president. James Buchanan is featured on the $3 bill. Abraham Lincoln set the captives free and won the Civil War, and he was killed. Andrew Johnson was impeached. Yeah, he was as popular as a skunk. Ulysses S. Grant got busted for riding his horse while drunk. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Rutherford B. Hayes was called Rutherford, among other names. James A. Garfield was killed. He was our fifth president named James. Chester A. Arthur had sideburns that would put Martin Van Buren to shame. Grover Cleveland ran for re-election against Benjamin Harrison and lost. Benjamin Harrison ran for re-election against Grover Cleveland and lost. Grover Cleveland, do you remember him? Yeah, well, he's back again. And there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. William McKinley was shot, and just like the other William, he died. Theodore Roosevelt looks down from the mountainside. William Howard Taft was our first morbidly obese president. Woodrow Wilson had a stroke and his brains were fried. Warren G. Harding partied like a rock star, and then he died. Calvin Coolidge was Calvin before it was Coolidge. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men renown. Hoover saw the economy take a downhill slide. Franklin D. Roosevelt was elected 4 times before he died. Harry S. Truman dropped the bombs and won the Second World War II. Dwight D. Eisenhower went to war against the Kim regime. John F. Kennedy was a conspiracy theorist's dream. Lyndon Johnson would neither seek nor would he accept. However, Richard M. Nixon would seek, accept, win twice, and resign. Gerald R. Ford could play the football mighty fine. Carter was our 6th president named James. He was a tough peanut to crack. Ronald Reagan wouldn't cut the Soviet Union any slack. The first George Bush won the first war in Iraq. Bill Clinton loved the ladies and he was impeached. George W. Bush was oftentimes slow of speech. Barack Obama, I don't know. And there were giants in the earth in those days and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old. grab a seat, leave my shoes down on the floor, while the nurse reviews my vital signs, writes them on her papers, and she leaves me all alone, sticks my chart outside the door. Elevated on the table, I'm startled as I hear a gentle knock upon the door, and I say, it's okay, I'm decent. Please come in and see me. Can you help me with the urgency that's growing more and more? So the doctor has a seat, and he listens with compassion, and he looks me in the eye while I tell him all I know. And he reaches for his reading glasses, slowly puts them on, and he looks down at his clipboard as he's reading through his notes. Then he pauses for a moment, staring at his clipboard, and he removes a silver pen from his spotless white lab coat, and he taps upon the clipboard, and he slowly nods his head, and he removes his reading glasses, and he smiles and says, I know. He says, yes, I know this urgency, it's really very common. I see it every day, I even see it in myself. You see that I was once a young man who could exercise control, but the urgency strikes all of us in poverty and health. You should know there is hope, there is hope. Praise be to Jehovah, there is hope for a gentleman like you. There is medicine that you can take to put a stop to urgency. You take what I prescribe you, and that's all you need to do. And my spirit rejoiced, and my countenance was radiant, just like Moses coming down the mount. My face was all aglow. I was handed the prescription, and I put it in my pocket. And the doctor said there's just some minor things I need to know. Tolteradine's an FDA-approved prescription medication used to treat spasms of the muscles of the bladder due to a condition called overactive bladder, such as urinary incontinency, urgency, and frequency. If you have certain stomach problems, glaucoma, or cannot empty your bladder, you should not take Tolteradine. Tolteradine may cause allergic reactions. This may be serious. Again, this may be serious. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction may include swelling of the face, his throat, or tongue. If you experience these symptoms, you should stop taking Tolteradine immediately and get emergency medical help right away. Medicines like Tolteradine can cause blurred vision, dizziness, and drowsiness. Do not drive or operate machinery or do other dangerous activities until you know how Tolteradine affects you. The most common side effects with Tolteradine are dry mouth, constipation, headache, and stomach pain. Tolteradine has both benefits and risks. There may be other options, but then again, maybe not. Do not take Tolteradine if your stomach empties slowly or if you have uncontrolled narrow angle glaucoma. Tolteradine did not help the symptoms of overactive bladder when studied in children. If you are pregnant or are trying to become pregnant, it is not known if Tolteradine can harm your unborn baby. don't need to